What's up guys, Ben here bringing another video today. Yesterday was the reveal event for Modern Warfare 3. It was a little bit of a fun sort of side adventure in Warzone, and once you completed it, you unlocked the trailer. So let's talk about what we learned yesterday via the reveal trailer, and then some of the news has come on Twitter as well. So here's a good Charlie Intel post. It's got a summary of kind of what we learned over the last couple of days. There were some leaks prior to the reveal, and then a lot of the leaks ended up being true, and then some additional information came out as folks who kind of were able to talk about things. We've also saw a couple of tweets on the timeline. Looks like CDL pros, some content creators also went out and played the game last week in San Francisco. So a lot of people with a lot of information. Let's dive in. So I think the biggest one off the rip is maps. Everybody wants to know about this and that on maps. And it looks like we are getting on launch 16 remastered maps from the original Modern Warfare 2. So kind of some interesting takeaways here. One is obviously you've got some really classic maps in that set. Obviously, everybody probably remembers maps like Invasion and Terminal and Scrapyard, Rust, obviously, for those 1v1. So there's a good kind of variety there for the different game modes that we'll have on offer. As far as sort of the competitive CDL portion of it, you know, we were talking about this last on a new episode of Flank, which you can check out on Tommy's channel. We'll link that in the description. We talked about how the size of some of these maps might be problematic to today's movement, and we'll get to that in a second. So I think it's kind of a W and an L. W that we're getting some quality maps they probably have tweaked slightly. That's a rumor on the block. They've tweaked them slightly for the size and the movement. L in terms of like, would have been nice to get some new 6v6 maps. We're gonna get 4 ground war maps, but that's for war mode and some of the bigger team modes. And I would like to see some new maps rolling out. They did say that I think there's like 10 or 12 maps they want to do post-release, but we all know how that works. We don't know when we're going to get those maps. First one might not even come till the end of spring, and at that point, we're in the middle of the CDL season likely, so pretty useless to the folks that do that and ranked play as well. All right, next up, we got map voting. A small one, but a good ad for ranked play and regular matchmaking. We didn't have that last year. There's going to be a common theme here in this video, so that's a good ad. Classic mini map, aka red dots, are back. This is a big, massive, giant W. There's no other way to slice it. It shouldn't have left in the first place. Don't understand why Infinity Ward took it out, and the reasoning they gave didn't make any sense. It's back. Everybody's happy. We should celebrate this change and hopefully permanently stays and no other developers try and remove it again. 150 health is kind of interesting. Not sure what to make of this just yet. There was also some chatter on Twitter that headshot multiplier has also been reduced. Hoping that the net on this means that the TTK is a little bit longer. Time to kill is a little bit longer, and we'll see when the beta comes out and folks are able to do some calculations on that. Listen, the sort of general mantra in the competitive scene is always the longer the TTK, sort of the more skill gap there is. So hoping that that is the case, but not holding my breath. We've had some like really short TTKs the last couple of events, and it kind of makes for a really not a great online kind of experience for folks, especially if you're playing cross country with online play. So hoping that we get a long TTK there. We've got slide cancel, reload cancel coming back. Seems like we've also got some new sort of battle stance, sprint stuff. Sounds like kind of advanced movement is going to be sort of name of the game for this new title. So I think that's a W. I know people have had mixed feelings over slide cancel over the years, but I think with how kind of clunky-ish the movement was in the last game, I think people are looking forward to this, especially the reload cancel. That's another one. Another like feature ad that I don't understand why Infinity Ward got rid of to begin with, but it's back, it's here. We'll see how it plays during the beta. Some of the chatter from the folks that played it last week was that, you know, it feels a little Vanguard-ish. So we'll see how it works once we get a beta build to play in a couple months. These next two are kind of interesting. So all perks activate from the start of the match. Big W. No other way to slice that. Love that. The earning thing was so annoying the last couple of games. Just kind of really messed with sort of round 1 S&D and all the other stuff that it cascades to. Gear perk is interesting, and we were talking about this last night on the Flank. Like, this could be great, you know, being able to really customize what perks you want to run, flak, stalker, ninja, whatever. But like, obviously this could get dumb if you're like, flak is only available on boots. So let's see what we get here. This should be a W on the face of it, but let's see how the perks kind of slot into the gear, if there's restrictions, if everything can be attached to any piece of gear. We need to get more information before we really determine if this is good or not, but it's a good trend in the right direction from, I just hate the last couple of years with the like gazillion attachment and this and that thing. It just go back to pick 10, pick 12. Like that was sort of top level COD. It made things easy. It made the skill gap. It made this sort of like basic kind of curve of understanding the game really straightforward and not having to grind for 49,000 attachments and trying them out. So yeah, that's kind of the feature summation of the game. We're going to get some more campaign gameplay, I believe, on the 22nd at Gamescom. And then we got the beta coming up in a few months. So there'll be more information kind of trickling out. And also as well, as I mentioned earlier in the video, you know, some CDL folks went ahead and played this last week. So working on my end to get more information from those folks that have grinded the game and kind of get their thoughts from the playtest. So yeah, not a long video, but just wanted to kind of summarize my thoughts kind of on the announcement. I talked a bit about it on the flank yesterday, and I'm going to do more kind of thinking. We're going to do an episode of Scrap Time on Sunday, and I'll kind of share my thoughts on that. I think a lot of it really comes down on my end to sort of like, how do we solve the map problem? Because, you know, I love to make Scrapyard work. It's a small map, so I'm a little curious to see how it works in this game, because it could be another Bocage situation that doesn't really work in our competitive map pool. So let me know in the comments what you thought of the video. Like if you enjoyed, subscribe for more. And as always, guys, we will see you on the next video.